and we're recording. And if anybody's watching from home, thank you for joining us for our special meeting. We'll keep it short. Move to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting's open. The only item on our agenda is we had at our last meeting had a discussion about a consultant to give us views on both the hydrological and sewer aspects of the 1165 Grecian Point project. We've received new submissions that touch on both of those issues with new materials from consultants, and it was the sense of all the commissioners that we needed a consultant of our own to take a look at those. Following that meeting and having the sense of the commissioners, Andrew and I undertook to discussed the project with three possibles. One was Kellerton Sessions, who we work with typically. We wanted to speak with somebody at the senior level over there who could do that review. We talked to them, and we talked to another firm that Andrew knows. One declined it essentially due to conflict. One declined it due to limited bandwidth. And Maser, which is fairly large and well known. We spoke to a partner there, Andy Hippolyte, who said that he could take it on, and looked at the materials and understood what it was we were asking for. We have since made sure that Applicants Council is aware. Applicants Council expressed the view that we should do this as expeditiously as possible and alert them who we were going with as expeditiously as possible. So we contacted Applicants Council, I think basically as soon as we knew who we intended to retain for this job, and we haven't held up their process at all. However, that leaves us playing catch up on the paperwork to do this. We now need to have a resolution that we are hiring Masers. If anyone has a reason why we should not do that and we've gone down the wrong road, now is the time to raise it. And hearing no objection, I'm going to move that we retain Masers to review the hydrological and sewer aspects of the submissions on 1165 Grecian.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And unless somebody's got another agenda item, I believe we have run the agenda for the evening.
Chairman Burt, just a 10-second issue, because I do see that Ms. Motel is watching. I haven't seen the exact scope for Maser, but I do think that it will be helpful at some point to understand the environmental issue related to net fill in a flood zone, because the Applicants Council, or the applicant's consultant, Mr. Jackson, I think, brought up that there are potentially environmental issues with net fill, and that he was not able to opine on that given his subject matter expertise. So I'll just mention that. I don't know if it'll be a Maser scope, but it's one thing that since we're in a public forum here, that I think I'll continue to keep an eye out for.
Okay, I appreciate that. I think the proper way to do that is so that we're not on the wrong side of the timeline again, is for us to do another resolution, which is to inquire to ask Maser, if able, to expand the scope to include the environmental impact of fill at the proposed site. Second.
Yeah, second, absolutely. Yeah, if they have that ability.
Yeah, thank you.
All in favor?
That was great. Thank you.
Aye.
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 And that carries unanimously. Anything else? Okay, I'll undertake to contact the Maser partner in charge to make sure that they understand the additional scope, that we should have the resolution signed off Monday, and that'll take care of paperwork for the village. And I think there we are. I hope everybody, including Ms. Motel, has an enjoyable weekend. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Motion to close the meeting.
Aye. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is
Good
closed.
night, everybody.
Thank you, folks.
Have a good
Yeah.
weekend.
Enjoy the weekend.